Hi, it's Kathy. Welcome to St. Patrick's Day at Kathy's Happy Home. Well, my Irish soda bread is done, and tonight I am going to make Irish stew for dinner. Let me show you how I do it. As usual, I use what I have in the house. Let me turn the light. There we go. And then I have a Dutch oven here, and I put in a pound of stewing beef. You can use lamb, which is what's usually made with, but this is what I've got. And I always like the beef best anyway. So it's still a little frozen because I forgot to take it out in time. But let's let this get started here. The beef is starting to brown and starting to separate, and I've added 1.5 cups of water. The recipe calls for an 8-ounce can of diced tomatoes, but I like tomatoes in mine, so I'm adding 14.5-ounce can. The next ingredient is 1.5 cups of sliced onions. I find that 2 are usually good. You can tell how big they are with my hand. I don't have real big hands, but they're sort of medium size. So I'm going to peel them and slice them up. There we go. I'm not going to show you my face right now because those onions were strong and my eyes are burning. I need 1/2 cup of celery, and if you can get the leaves on, that's even better because the leaves really add to the taste. It's like an herb. Usually it's about 2 stalks, but because these were the inner ones, you can see how little they are. I have 3 stalks here. Now let me chop them up and add them. And here's the celery added in. Now I've added 1/4 cup of parsley, a large clove of garlic crushed, a beef bouillon cube, a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to stir it all up. Get all those good herbs and spices mixed in here. And now I'm going to reduce the heat to low and cover it and cook it for 1 to 1.5 hours. Here, you can put in as many carrots or potatoes as you want. They're all peeled, and I'm going to chop them up now and add them to the stew. And when you add it, you turn the heat up until it comes to a boil again. Once it starts boiling, you turn it down and cook it for another 1/2 hour. Cut your potatoes and carrots in pretty good sized chunks because you don't want them to boil down to nothing, but don't cut them so large that they're going to not cook through. Here we go. Everything's bubbling again. I'm going to mix this all in. And this is the time that if it looks like it needs a little more water, I will add it. But this looks pretty good today. So I'm just going to let go. We're going to cover it again. Lower the heat and let it cook for 1/2 hour. While the stew is finishing up, let me show you what Joe got me for St. Patrick's Day. Totally unexpected. We never exchange St. Patrick's Day gifts. but he said he wanted to get me something. Look at this beautiful box that it came in. All patterned, and inside there's this pretty gift bag. And when I took it out, you can see the design goes all the way down the box. Here is the bag. I'm trying to get out of my light so you don't get my shadow. But inside there is a box. And you take the lid off the box, the front folds down, and you can pull out another box. And when you open that box, a light goes on, and there is an emerald ring. So pretty. Totally unexpected and totally loved. And here's dinner. Beautiful Irish stew and Irish soda bread. It's probably the best loaf I've ever made. It will never be big and fluffy like a yeast bread because it's a soda bread. But look at all those lovely holes in it. It really worked well. I hope you enjoy the Irish stew. I hope you try it. I've been making this recipe for about 40 years now. It's never failed me. It's a lovely stew. And I will put the directions in the bottom as usual. And I will see you next time.